It's 3 a.m. again, and you're wide awake. The frustration, the loneliness, the swirl of endless thoughts just won't let you rest. You've tried everything, over-the-counter drugs, prescription drugs, but nothing is working. And yet, deep down, inside of you, there is still that quiet part of you that believes peaceful sleep is possible, even after 50. Is there anything out there other than meds that can help? Let's be honest, sleep after 50 isn't what it used to be. Remember when you'd hit the pillow and drift off instantly? Now it's more like a nightly standoff. We joke about gray hair and creaky knees, but nobody warns you about the 3 a.m. wide-awake club. It's not a rare condition. It's just part of being a seasoned human. If you're tired of bargaining for a few hours of rest, you're not alone. This is my story of finally working with my body to rediscover real, peaceful sleep. The clock glows 1:47 a.m., then 3 a.m., and you're still awake. Your body's exhausted, but your mind's racing through old conversations and tomorrow's to-do list. You've tried teas, podcasts, rain apps, fancy pillows. Nothing sticks. The next day, you're foggy, irritable, and running on empty. It's not just tiredness, it's feeling disconnected from your own life. This story is for everyone, especially those over 50 who's tired of being tired. Let's reclaim our nights. No prescriptions, no gimmicks, just real rest. The real struggle starts when the alarm blares and you feel defeated before the day begins. You stumble through the morning, coffee in hand, words stuck in a fog. It's more than sleepiness. It's disconnection, forgetfulness, and strained relationships. You try every trick, but nothing works. The cycle of exhaustion feels endless, and you wonder if this is just life after 50. But it doesn't have to be. My wake-up call was missing out on playtime with my granddaughter because I was too tired. That moment made me realize sleep loss was stealing precious life, not just energy. I stopped chasing miracle cures and started listening to my body. What if I worked with it, not against it? I needed a simple, science-backed routine. No gadgets, no pills. I found a gentle rhythm that brought sleep back, just by being consistent. A good night's rest is possible, even after 50. My 7-day reset began not at night, but with morning sunlight. 10 minutes outside before 10 a.m., no sunglasses, just me and the sun. It felt simple, even silly, but I gave it a shot. That sunlight helps reset our aging body clocks, telling our brains it's time to be awake. I made it a daily ritual. Sometimes a walk, sometimes just sitting by the window. It brought a quiet peace to my mornings. I was skeptical, but this small change set everything in motion. Sometimes the path to better sleep starts with chasing the morning sun. That first domino is surprisingly powerful. Morning light talks to your brain, which controls melatonin. Your brain needs a clear signal to stop producing melatonin in the morning and start again at night. The brightest signal? Sunlight. Getting that light early tells your brain to shut down the melatonin factory for now. The foundation for sleep isn't laid in the evening, but in the morning. My morning sun ritual was starting my soup. I felt more alert in the mornings. The fog I used to wake up with seemed thinner. I felt more in sync with the day. Studies show that morning, light exposure helps regulate melatonin cycles and creates a stronger sleep-wake pattern. It's a simple way to work with your body's natural design. You're reminding your body of the ancient rhythm of sunrise and sunset. My journey to better sleep started with saying hello to the day. All right, let's talk about step 2. This one was harder. The rule was, no caffeine after 2 p.m. for a lifelong coffee lover like myself. This felt like a personal attack. It was a ritual. Giving it up felt like surrendering a key weapon in my daily battle for energy. I had to physically stop myself and have a little talk. Instead, I brewed a cup of chamomile tea. Our bodies just don't process it as quickly as they used to. Half of that caffeine could still be zipping around in your brain at 9 or 10 p.m., quietly whispering to your brain, "Psst, stay awake. It's not time to rest yet." But it was. So I made the switch. It was a tough breakup, but I knew it was for the best. Step 3 brought me face to face with my most modern, most addictive habit, my screens. The rule was to say goodbye to all screens, phone, tablet, television, after 9 p.m. My first thought was, what on earth am I supposed to do? My evenings had a familiar pattern. Finish dinner, clean up, and then settle onto the couch to scroll through my phone or watch a few episodes of a show with my spouse. It was how I unwound. Or at least, it was what I was unwinding. It turns out I was doing the exact opposite. I was winding myself up for a night of tossing and turning. The problem is that bright, blue-toned light beaming out from our devices. It's a trickster. It mimics the light of daytime. So, while my body was supposed to be getting the memo that night was falling and it was time to start producing that sleepy melatonin, my phone was screaming a different message directly into my eyeballs. It's still noon! Stay alert! Look at this video of a cat playing the piano. As we age, our eyes and brains become even more sensitive to this blue light, making the effect even stronger. It's like we're giving our brain a cup of coffee right before bed, without even realizing it. I decided to call this new ritual my digital sunset. Just as the real sun went down outside, my digital world had to go down too. The first night was strange. The house felt quiet. I felt a little restless, my thumb twitching with the urge to scroll. What did people do before screens? Oh, right. They talked, they read, they listened to music. So that's what I did. I picked up a novel that had been gathering dust on my nightstand. We later put on some old jazz records and just sat and talked. It felt a little old-fashioned in the best possible way. Slowly but surely, I started to feel a difference. Instead of my mind being abuzz with the news headlines, social media drama, and the flashing lights of a TV show, it felt calmer, quieter. I was giving my brain a chance to power down naturally, to transition gently from the busyness of the day to the stillness of the night. It wasn't about deprivation, it was about creating a peaceful, protected space for my mind to prepare for rest. I was learning that to truly welcome sleep, I first had to politely ask all the noisy, bright distractions of the modern world to leave the room. By day 4, I felt like a mad scientist, mixing ingredients for better sleep. Step 4 was my magic combo, magnesium glycinate an hour before bed. I'd seen magnesium but never tried it. Research said it calms the nervous system. The second part? A warm shower. Not a rushed shower, but a slow, purposeful one. I'd dim the lights, maybe light a candle, and let the warm water wash over me like washing the stress away. Magnesium relaxes muscles and nerves. The warm shower lowers your core body temperature, signaling your brain it's time to sleep. The first night, I felt a new calm. It was a head-to-toe permission to rest, creating the perfect conditions for sleep. Step 5 required me to take a long, hard look at my bedroom. For years, it had become a multi-purpose room, a part-time office, a late-night cinema, and a place where I paid bills. My brain, I realized, had no idea what it was supposed to do in this room. The mission was clear. I had to turn my bedroom into a sleep sanctuary. That meant anything that wasn't related to sleep or intimacy had to go. We moved the small television. We took the stack of bills and work folders downstairs. It was a decluttering of our space, but it felt like a decluttering of our minds, too. We put fresh, clean sheets on the bed. We found some blackout curtains that made the room wonderfully dark. The goal was to create a space that sent one and only one message to my brain. This is a place of peace and rest. By making the bed a place for only sleep and intimacy, you retrain your brain over time. It sounds so simple, but it was a game changer. My bedroom started to feel like a true retreat from the world. If the morning sun was about starting my day's engine, step 6 was about gently turning it off at night. For so long, I had been living my life at full speed, right up until the moment I turned off the light. I needed a gentle off-ramp. So I created a 30-minute wind-down routine. I'd begin with a few minutes of gentle stretching, just releasing the tension in my neck, my back, and my legs. It was my way of thanking my body for carrying me through the day. Next came the breathing. Inhale for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 7, and then exhale slowly for a count of 8. It was like a manual override for my nervous system, shifting me out of that fight or flight mode and into rest and digest mode. The final piece of my routine was a gratitude journal. I kept a simple notebook by my bed, and each night I would write down 3 good things that had happened that day. This little practice shifted my focus from the day's worries to its blessings. It ended my day on a positive, peaceful note. Need a gratitude journal to start your journey? You will find a specially designed one for you here in the notes. Step 7. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every single day. Yes, that includes weekends. For my whole adult life, the weekend was a time to catch up on sleep. Our brains love rhythm and thrive on predictability. When you go to bed late on weekends, it's like giving your body a mini dose of jet lag. I picked my times 10:30 p.m. for bed, 6:30 a.m. for wake-up. This consistency was the master key that unlocked everything else. They all worked better when my body knew what to expect and when. Toward a deep and restorative night's sleep. I had my 7 steps, my plan, and I dove in head first. The first nights weren't miraculous. I did all the steps: morning sun, no afternoon coffee, digital sunset. I laid there, mind racing, but I didn't get frustrated. By day 3, I fell asleep. The fog in my head felt thinner. I felt okay. The real turning point came on day 4. My evening ritual felt comforting. I turned off the light and was asleep quickly. No tossing, just a gentle slide into slumber. I woke up feeling a spark of my old self. I didn't need 3 cups of coffee. My partner said, "You seem lighter today." The weight of fatigue was beginning to lift. It was proof these natural steps were working. The momentum continued with a new sense of excitement. I was a believer. On day 5, I slept 6 hours straight. It felt like winning the lottery. My body felt deeply rested. I had actual, honest-to-goodness energy. I went for a walk because I wanted to. On day 6, my mood had completely changed. The constant irritability had vanished. I was laughing more easily, joking with my better half, and feeling more patient. It was a stark reminder of how much sleep impacts everything. When you're rested, you're just a better version of yourself. And then came day 7. I woke up on my own feeling rested and clear-headed. It was 6:25 a.m., before my alarm. I had slept nearly 8 hours straight. No pills, just the power of nature and a good habit. I felt like I had been given the gift of rest. It was a total system reset. I wasn't just surviving anymore. I was ready to live. Now that you have the core 7-step routine down, think of it as the solid foundation of your new sleep house. Sometimes it's nice to have a few extra tools in the toolkit, little things that can add an extra layer of comfort and security. The first one is sound. A white noise machine can be a lifesaver, especially if you have a partner who snores. Another tool I fell in love with is my weighted blanket. It feels like a gentle, constant hug. Both are available now. Just see the link in the description. Then there's the temperature of your room. Science says cooler is better for sleep. Keeping your room between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit helps your body reach that slightly lower core temperature that invites deep, restorative rest. Let's talk about 2 big ones that happen in the few hours before bed: alcohol and food. Alcohol is a sleep disruptor. Similarly, a big meal right before bed can cause problems. A good rule of thumb is to stop eating at least 2 hours before you plan to turn in for the night. These little adjustments can make a surprisingly big difference in protecting the precious sleep you've worked so hard to achieve. Knowing what to do is key. It's easy to fall back into old habits. Here are common sleep saboteurs. Number 1, checking your phone in bed. That one quick look blasts you with blue light. Once your head hits the pillow, the phone is off limits. Another pitfall, your bed becoming your office. Protect that boundary fiercely. Your bed is for sleep and intimacy only. Avoid sleeping in on weekends. It throws your internal clock into chaos. Stick to your wake-up time. Don't worry too much about falling asleep. Lying in bed thinking, "Why aren't I falling asleep?" keeps you awake. If awake for more than 20 minutes, get out of bed. Be kind to yourself. The goal is progress, not perfection. Reset and get back on the routine. You've got this. So here we are. We've walked this path together, from those lonely, wide-awake nights spent staring at the ceiling to the beautiful, simple steps that can lead us back to rest. I've shared my story and the incredible breakthrough I found not in a pill bottle, but in the power of listening to my own body. I've laid out the 7 steps like a roadmap, a guide to help you navigate your way back to the peaceful shores of slumber. And that, my friend, is my heartfelt invitation to you today. I want you to think about what a good night's sleep could mean for you. Sleep isn't a luxury item we should have to give up as we get older. It is the very foundation of our health, our mood, and our vitality. It's the time when our bodies heal, our minds repair, and our spirits are restored. You deserve that. So I'm challenging you to give yourself the gift of 1 week to see what's possible. 7 days to prove to yourself that deep, natural sleep after 50 isn't a myth. Here's your mission, should you choose to accept it. Try this 7-day sleep reset for 1 week. To make it easier, I've put together a free simple checklist you can use. Print it out from the description. Stick it on your fridge and check off the steps each day. There's a real power in seeing your progress and acknowledging the commitment you're making to yourself. But I want you to do one more thing, something that was incredibly helpful for me. Keep a simple sleep journal. It doesn't have to be fancy. A simple notebook by your bed will do. Each morning, just jot down a few notes. How did you sleep? How do you feel? Your journal will become your personal story of this journey. You'll be able to track how you feel, notice the small changes, and see the patterns emerge. Maybe on day 3, you'll write, still woke up, but felt calmer. By day 6, it might be, felt real energy this afternoon. This little notebook will be your proof. It will be the evidence that your efforts are paying off, which is incredibly motivating when you're trying to build new habits. It transforms the process from a vague hope into a concrete project with measurable results starring you as the successful subject of the experiment. Now, you don't have to do this alone. In fact, it's better if you don't. Share your story with someone. Tell your partner, a good friend, or a family member what you're doing. Let them be your cheerleader. Having someone to share your small victories with, hey, I slept for 5 hours straight last night, makes the journey so much more rewarding. It holds you accountable in a gentle way and reminds you that you're not the only one on this quest. We are all part of this 50+ club, and sharing our stories and our successes is how we lift each other up. Remember, the goal here is progress, not perfection. If you mess up one night, if you have that late-night piece of cake or stay up too late watching a movie, it's not the end of the world. Don't throw in the towel. Just acknowledge it and get right back on track the next day. One off night doesn't erase all your good work. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. You are unlearning decades of old habits and learning a new language of rest. It takes a little time, but the reward is one of the greatest you can give yourself. The gift of a truly good night's sleep. As we get older, we accumulate so many things, memories, experiences, laugh lines, maybe a few extra aches and pains. We've lived through so much, worked so hard, and taken care of so many people. We've earned our wisdom. We've earned our gray hairs, and we have absolutely 100% earned the right to rest. For too long, we've accepted restless nights as just another unavoidable part of aging, like needing reading glasses. But it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to accept a life of feeling tired. You have the power to change your story. You've lived long enough to know what doesn't work. You know that the quick fixes, the magic pills, and the endless worrying don't lead to peaceful nights. You've tried all that. Now it's time to try what does. It's time to try tuning into the deep, ancient wisdom that your body already holds. It's time to work with nature, not against it. This journey is about more than just sleeping better. It's about reclaiming a fundamental part of your well-being. It's about showing up for your life with the energy and joy you deserve to feel every single day. Think of this as a homecoming. You are simply guiding yourself back to a natural state of being, a state of rest that your body has been craving. All the tools you need are right here. They are simple and they are powerful beyond measure. The sun is waiting to greet you in the morning. Your bedroom is waiting to become your sanctuary. And a peaceful, restorative night of sleep is waiting for you at the end of the day. You just have to take that first step, and then the next, and the next. So, take the challenge. Give yourself this gift. You have nothing to lose but the exhaustion. You have everything to gain your energy, your clarity, your patience, your joy. You have the power to reset your sleep, and in doing so, reset your life. You've taken care of everyone and everything for so long. Now, it's your turn. It's time to take care of you. It's time to rest again. You've got this, and you absolutely deserve it.